big shout out to R&J's. Big special thanks from them, from the Aaron and Austin Show, for stepping up and being an official sponsor. We really love having them around.
Probably some of the best whiskey selection in town. Go check them out over there at Douglas and Hillside. Tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Studios, Wichita's home for EPKs, live recording, podcasts, really any audio-visual stuff that you might need.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs, 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store. They grow their own fields out in Colorado. They make a lot of their own products. Stop by, see Nikki, tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
Get with JEllis Kitchen. They are turning Mondays into Taco Tuesdays over there at the Shamrock Pop-Up. We love everything that JEllis
It's like
is
a
doing.
Taco Tuesday pregame.
They got fried tacos that they do all the time.
With this really good like pineapple sauce on it.
Pineapple.
It's pretty fire. Like,
yeah, dude, it's fire. Make sure you get out to Diaper Jam 2024 this year. We moved locations. We're not at Champs this year. We're moving over to Bourbon Street. We're going to have a great time. We're on 420 this year. So come out. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. We're going to have tons of bands. There'll be plenty of people announced coming up. Make sure that you come out to Diaper Jam.
the Cowboy Inn is Wichita's favorite neighborhood bar. For a great patio, great service, great vibe, check out the Cowboy Inn just south of Central on St. Paul.
We'd like to welcome a new official sponsor, Whiskey Dicks. They just signed on. It's a great bar. Me and Aaron love it. We love to get our old fashions there. They got happy hour from 3 to 6 every day. So make sure you get out and support Whiskey Dicks, a new official sponsor of the Aaron and Austin Show.
The Aaron and Austin Show wants to give a huge shout out to Eddie at Wichita by EB. Go check out his podcast, The Editorial. Check out all the stuff he's doing for food trucks. He releases a list of where the food trucks are going to be. He releases a list of where the bands are going to be playing. Just an amazing dude. Go support him. Find Wichita by EB. Support him however you can. Detox has been helping Wichita detox for 15 years. They have a great selection of CBD products, mushroom gummies, kratom, kava, and even legal THC. Hit them up, www.alloutdetox.com, or give them a call, 316-554-7459. Be all in with All Out Detox.
Check out the Rusty Nail for everyday food and drink specials, especially Hammer Time. Every day from 4 to 7, half-price drinks. And on Saturdays, we have some of the best live music in town.
Diaper Jam 2024, the biggest lake party in Kansas. We have Brantley Gilbert, Stone Temple Pilots, Demon Jones, Wheeler Walker Jr., Upchurch, and Joe D. Messina. So it's going to be a killer lineup. More to come. A bunch of locals popping up on there. There's a whole beach party stage. We haven't announced an act on.
Yeah, and then we've got just so much going on at that show. Make sure that you're going to be out there. It's July 19th and 20th this year out at Lake Afton. Get your tickets as early as you can. There's going to be more announcements, more people coming out. They're doing 2 stages this year. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be in the VIP section, podcasting live at the lodge all weekend long. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be camping. There's going to be dad bod contests. There is going to be a car show.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Two dudes, Aaron and Austin, made a show. It's fucking awesome. If you like fun, then you know where to go. The Aaron and Austin Show.
This is.
Check, are you ready for this?
Are you ready? Okay. What is it?
Episode 90 motherfucking 9.
99.
99. Alex is coming in on 99. Coming in hot.
Oops.
I distinctly told my agent to make sure I was on show 100.
Oh.
Well, you better get with
You better
EB's
get with a
agent.
different agent.
You better get with Wichita by EB's agent. He actually gave us $18,000.
Yeah, that's true.
That motherfucker. Edging me out again.
Yeah, he so
That's Asian on Asian crime.
I
right there.
think it's the same guy. Is what made it weird.
Yeah.
So we got a shout out to our official sponsors, R&J's. Thank you for everything. We always appreciate the drinks.
Appreciate you guys.
We love you over there. Whiskey Dicks, a fully official sponsor, and
every Monday, half price whiskey.
and
You
every
can usually find us sitting up there.
and every day a food special. There's a food special every day at that place, and it's happy hour 3 to 6 every time at that joint, and that's half price everything that's under $25. So you can get some really expensive whiskeys in there for some cheap price.
42 Below, really creative glass work. They got a glass studio in the back of the house.
Yep.
And
they will be blowing glass out there at Bourbon Street for Diaper Jam this year too.
that's
So
true,
make
on
sure you check,
420.
if you want to check out what they got going on for that.
it's new ownership. It's a mom and daughter, or no, a dad and daughter.
Dad and daughter team.
Dad
yeah.
and daughter team.
And their
That's what I'm
dad is
trying to say.
the dad is like a pretty fucking savvy videographer. I'm not gonna lie, he makes
Really?
some really cool videos for that joint.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty impressed with everything they got. I haven't met him yet, so I got to get into the West Side location and meet him. So they got a West Side location out there on Tyler, and they have the downtown location too. So get with everything 42 Below. Little sneak peek into coming up into the next month. We want to welcome Rusty Nail as an official sponsor too as well. So now that we're through all the sponsorship,
Episode 99. Alex Thomas, Old school friend, man. It's good to see you. I don't see you a whole lot anymore. I know you're busy. I know I'm super busy.
Yeah,
But man, it's awesome to see you.
Good to see you.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I've known this guy since he was like 13 years old.
When you just letting him sneak into places he shouldn't be playing
We don't
at?
like to talk about all that. Like,
You didn't think we were gonna have to talk about all that?
back in those days, things was different. We didn't have smartphones taking evidence. It was like,
Yeah, everybody's like, I wasn't there. I prove it.
yeah,
Prove I was there. So first and foremost, Cotillion owner runs one of the. I'm gonna say, I've loved that venue since we grew up here.
It's a Round Mound of Sound. It's iconic.
I've had fucking proms there, had homecomings there, but all of that aside, you really get a chance to see some really an eclectic group of artists and from really big artists to people trying to make it, and some of our local talent gets to play there. I mean, it really is an all-encompassing of what this town needs. And I've always really appreciated since you've taken over, and the people that you can talk about the history of it if you want to get it all into that. But I really appreciated the way that the Cotillion has always went about its business as far as being really inclusive and as being really like the beacon to really see a big act, a middle act, and everything, and be right there on top of them and get a chance to really be on an intimate show. So I had to give the Cotillion its flowers from me. I've just always been a huge fan of that venue.
It's a pretty cool spot, that's for sure. And it definitely is. I remember, the first time we got the call to open a show at the Cotillion in my original band. I think you were in the band.
Yeah.
And I remember gathering the band upstairs.
And the band was, come on, don't gloss over it.
The band was Phil. No one, that's not going to be relevant to about, except for like
nobody.
I know him.
I
know him. Did you?
But yeah, I remember getting the band together at the Roadhouse too. That was our hangout
the
spot.
Second
Roadhouse. And telling everyone, hey man, this is big. Guys, we're playing the Cotillion. This stuff's gonna really change for us now.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of
that's the next spot to world tour.
Well, can I say even to you, there was kind of a time that even the Cotillion was landing cooler and more eclectic artists than the Coliseum was for a hot minute. It was really the spot.
Well,
and it still is. To me, it still is.
What it was back in the day, like because we was kicking like 94, 90.
Yeah.
You know, like we was around that early 90s, and back then music was still pretty like raw for what it was. Okay, it wasn't everywhere. You weren't competing with a million kids in their basement, pumping out tracks.
Yeah.
You know, like
fair enough.
The consumption of music has changed.
Yeah. The consumption
and volume of
exactly
it too.
right.
Volume of it too. Like he's saying, like everybody's got a recording studio.
Speed of artists, like how quickly they come up to like big listenerships. People had to fight for that by putting a lot of miles on.
When we came out in the ska world, anyway. In that ska punk world, I will probably say that. And in that ska punk world, we were able to very quickly access some of these touring bands, Mustard Plug, Skank and Pickle, MU330, and like be playing shows with them very quickly. Mighty Boss Songs, we did a couple shows with them. The scene was smaller and it was just more accessible. If you were viable in your scene, you're going to open up for these acts when they come through. That's
or anything near.
Works.
So like, back in the day, Deado used to hit us up because we were the hot young band that had all the new listeners, and they were like, let's collab, man. And you just wouldn't hear like that these days. Everyone's playing bills that are very homogenous. And but back then, bands would like just join up. Like we played with Split Lip Rayfield, and we played with Scrope Belly. I mean,
what a couple cool name drops there. I mean, those are Split Lip Rayfield. If you've never seen, plays a trash can version of bluegrass. That's pretty amazing.
And I also want you to take into account the time that was. Like we're talking about
first and foremost, you guys are both original.
90s
You guys are both original members of Phil, correct?
Right.
So when did that band start? Give us a little history. Since we got two, we usually just got one. We got two. Give us a little history of the Phil.
I don't talk about it.
I know you don't too much. So who's brain?
Tell some stories.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll slide on over.
Look at him.
Let's get all the back of the bus. Let's get Aaron's face. Aaron's face there.
Let's go, man. Let's go there.
And I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not going to lie to you. If you are even my age, 40 years old, or a little older, or a little younger, you saw Phil and King Me play at Riverfest, play
That's
at
true, that-
play at a lot of venues
There's
around the
West
town.
Bank Stage,
Yeah.
Well, and you guys
That was
even
Ozfest.
you guys played at the Ozfest too. I remember that.
but not like Ozzy Ozfest.
No, it was
Ozzy,
no, it was
Oz,
T95's
like-
Ozfest.
Right,
exactly. Yeah.
Well, T95's Ozfest
How
was.
old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay,
Turned
so
40.
You're right there.
Turned 40 in
Yeah,
January.
okay.
And I grew up watching you guys. I mean, you guys and King Me were two of the biggest that I remember that were like from around here. That I mean, and the first time I saw you guys that I memorably saw you was at Riverfest when they played that second stage that was over by where the roundabout is now by Nims Park where the tennis courts and all that shit was. They had that other sectioned off part of over there. And you guys were the headliner of, or at least the second or last act of the night almost. You know? So give us a little I got
1994, October 1994 in Winfield, Kansas.
Oh my God, you know the month.
Yeah.
I don't even know the month.
Yeah, October 1994.
There's
I'm
a lot
the
of
only member that played every single show over 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And
so it's fair to say Phil was probably your brainchild a little bit.
No, it wasn't my brainchild.
He wasn't at the first get together rehearsal,
right?
Even actually, I think you were there.
No,
but
I
you were
wasn't.
like,
No. Like what happened? Like Shane was the original guitar player was working in the cafeteria.
Right.
The original drummer and I were on the debate team at Southwestern College
Chris
together.
Burley,
Chris
shout
Burley,
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he had a buddy that was going to college in Lawrence named Saul Airy that was playing. He was a guitar player, but Saul wasn't even in the original. The original was, I think, Aaron and Shane were jamming together, and then Chris and Shane had known each other from high school, and they were like, "Hey, we should get together." And I had kind of leaked out to Chris that I was like interested in singing backup vocals, like I could sing. I was in musical theater, and so he brought me to a practice that Aaron's dad dropped him off because he was 13 or 14 years old. And his dad.
We can drag up some pictures of Aaron at 13.
Mormon dad.
It's the cutest.
Yeah, his Mormon father rolls into this party house, college house with a bunch of beer cans, and the only food that was in the cupboards were canned Vienna sausages
and like condiments
and like mustard.
Guys always got condiments. I don't know why.
Like one 3/4 eaten packet of saltine crackers where the rest are stale. I mean, it was trash. And he sat there and listened to the first jam session, and we were just playing covers. So then, Chris was really the one that was like, we should do some ska tunes, Yeah,
because Chris was that influence.
Yeah, he was.
He had that like ska punk kind of underground to him,
And then we had played one or two shows, a show at the high school, and our first show was a show at the state hospital for the patients, not the inmates, because Winfield State Hospital is both a minimum security prison and
so what there wasn't even like some dudes with like good time that got to come.
I might have been our biggest and best fan there. It was like this. We played with the country band that Aaron also played.
I also played bass in that band.
So Aaron was the only bassist in Winfield for
only bassist in Winfield.
Well, he was a phenom. He was a young phenom. Like what he was doing at that young age.
Shout out to this. Let's make him blush a little bit. He's still one of the best bassists I know in this town by a lot.
It was crazy though.
Look at him.
For such a young kid, we were just like, holy shit. And so like we played that show, and we played like an eclectic mix of covers. It was like
we were doing Concrete Blonde.
Yeah, Concrete Blonde, Violent Femmes.
Oh my God.
Bob Seger, Bob Marley.
Oh yeah.
It was, and then we did Violent Femmes added up, and like the country band played, and everyone was still. When we played, this one guy who just runs up to the front.
He broke some hips.
He was mute, but he could feel us.
Yeah,
because we were so loud.
Yeah, he couldn't hear you and he couldn't see you,
but he felt.
He felt the vibrations.
He came towards the source of whatever vibration.
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
Man.
I mean, people with disabilities like that, and you never they feel shit on a different level. For 100%.
That was super formative. That was super formative. Because like having that experience of this guy just going, I love what you are doing. I can't hear you. I can't see you, but yes.
And had every fan been like him, we would have been the biggest band in the world.
It would have been huge in Belgium. It would have been amazing.
Exactly.
Well, you've been huge in one of the deaf community, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could feel it because we were just like, all we could do is bang our shit as loud as possible. So yeah, that's how.
So how'd you guys transfer into like doing your own ska original music?
Well, we kicked around this idea because we had the sound guy that was the theater director's son. His name was Jeffrey Moon, and he had moved back, and he was kind of an audiophile. He had a reel-to-reel recorder,
and he had these like old school mics.
Yeah, he had access to a bunch of old shit. We were like,
so you had some gear.
College,
so you had some fun gear.
He had some gear. And he had a lot of weed.
So gear.
That's
and
a
weed.
great combination, really, when you're
especially in Winfield. Y'all went.
Trying to create.
And so we were like, let's go record something. And we're like, well, we need some originals. And so like, we at that point we had like a handful of originals, maybe one ska song, Roy and Poppy song called I Like the Way She Walks. But it wasn't quite ska, but it was more like Chicago on meth.
Just kind of that, a little bit of that doo-wop kind of.
Chicago.
Yeah, it's like, no, it was just rushed, not even like intentionally fast. We just rushed it, and it was sing-songy and poppy. And then we're like, let's write a couple ska songs. And we wrote like 3 or 4 ska songs and decided to go record, I think, at a property your family owned out in the country.
Yeah.
So you guys did you guys have horns in the band at that time?
Well, so then we go recruit these high school horn players, one being Jason Tubner, who is a very
He's a horn player and his last name is Tubner.
Yeah, right. But Jason,
imagine that.
Jason's a very talented guitar player now.
I don't mean to make fun of his name, but
what's his band right now?
Delano.
Yeah,
Delano's his band now, and he played in Antibacterial Cereal. He played with Maria.
Antibacterial Cereal. I like this guy.
He's a great band.
That sounds
he
amazing.
called me up to play bass in Delano.
Oh man!
And I went to a rehearsal and I was like, "This is awesome. I wish I could commit time."
Well, every once in a while,
I just can't do it.
Every once in a while, out on social medias, I just like, my name's Aaron Underwood, and I would be a bassist for any band in town.
Well,
thank you for that.
They've got a fine bass player, but man, I mean,
They're
Jason
great.
is at the top of his game right now in the way he's playing. Anyway, that's we went. That it was a
so you were.
organic.
I like that you. You were singing. Were you singing for Ophil?
By that point, I was lead singing.
So, like, I like the fact that you guys were smart enough to go, okay, we're doing something. Let's make some original cuts.
Yeah.
So, how did it grow from there? You guys, okay, we're gonna move into, because eventually, you guys were how many songs of original music does Ophil have? Like 3 albums?
Well,
I think
we had
3 to 4.
Yeah, I think it's three albums that I remember.
Sure. Yeah.
We had our first record, and there was quite a bit of original material. And there's a Well-Groomed Man.
The demo,
that
there was like
tape.
That was a 4 or 5 song tape.
Yeah, I think so.
That we had dubbed up here in Wichita.
Yeah.
And we recorded out in his family's half in
with Jeffrey Moon.
Yeah, with Jeffrey Moon. He set it up like it was a 3-bedroom house.
It was like built into the side of a hill.
Yeah, it's one of those houses that are built into the side of a mound, and it's like really cool. Like, and we set up like the drums, guitar. Each of those had an ISO room. I was in the living room singing, and we recorded everything live to reel. And we could that.
Well, it sounded. I mean, the recordings I've heard of it sound pretty good. I've seen.
You're being.
I mean, for that, but just I'm talking about for this day and age. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
The day of dinosaur shit. Yeah, we were recording live takes, the reel to reel.
Well, to me, if you're going back to look at Ophil recordings, I was expecting to hear like, wow, but actually it holds up a little bit.
I can't remember. I think we had 8 tracks. So I mean, I'm not saying the entire thing had to be live, but we had to like go. Okay, this take, the drums have to be on 100%. There's no punching in. Front to back, the drums have to be the final take.
Make it happen.
Then the bass player can go and punch in. But I think we did like drums and bass in one take on one track, guitar on the other, and then vocals. So like we
were so new to it. We just really tried.
And isn't it funny to look back with all the experience that you guys have now? I mean, venue owner, been in tons of bands. Venue owner is both of you. You go like, we didn't know shit at that time.
Well. That was what it was.
Yeah. Oh my God. Somewhere, and the thing is, we went shopping, and it turns out like we bought like hot dogs, little Smokies, bologna, and like we get back out to the studio, and it's way in the country, and we're like, we just bought a bunch of fucking pork. That's all we bought. It was like pig.
We bought pork and whiskey.
Then we all get trashed.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, Mr. Underwood. Your son got trashed with us out in the country.
It did
he was 30 at the time.
My dad is old enough now; he can't even access.
Dude, if you grow up in the Latter-day Saints, I feel like when you're 10, you're 42.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ, the pressure that is.
And then for some reason we thought it was a good idea to hit record and all freestyle all night long.
Yeah, never let those tapes.
I don't know. Those are
they're somewhere.
They are somewhere.
They had better not.
The one thing is when you press record on some shit, it's always somewhere. You're lucky if it's back in our older days where it's analog.
That's
but
what I
somebody's
think. That's
got
what
that.
I think. by the analog to digital conversion, those tapes were lost.
No,
I feel comfort.
no.
That
There's some
dusty box,
there's
knowledge,
there's
right?
some pencil dick asshole that's got that tape. He goes,
Hey, just don't put that out there.
well, I hope he's got it. If you are that
Don't put that
guy,
out
let's
there,
put that
man.
out there.
See, this is what this is old school. See, this is the thing. Like, that history is lost, much like my Polaroid, my old school OG Polaroid dick pic that I took when I was trashed in my friend's house and then got circulated.
There's
Like, it's somewhere out there.
nah, there's some like random girl from your past got that and is so happy about it.
No one's showing off little brown peepees all around town.
Well, somebody's happy about it though. They got like
Hey, so I want
so let's no, we got no, but let
Go ahead,
me
go ahead,
goddamn finish because
Go ahead, Dave.
because you both tend to pass over how monumental Ophil was as a band here in this town.
Man.
But I want to finish the story with Ophil. How did it end? And where did we go from there? What happened?
It has never ended.
Yeah, well, it
Has never ended.
So
There's
Ophil,
like
Ophil
35
reunion
fucking members.
concert tour next year.
Okay, so here's the stats. All right, so 1994 we played, and then like we continued to play as an active band, even though members came in and out.
Right.
You know, actually, Aaron was one of the first core members to leave. We kept on adding horn players and stuff like that, but like over the years, there's been like 32 members in and out of the band.
That's real, bro.
Yeah,
And some great names.
oh yeah,
Great names,
very
actually.
talented people.
Brody Wellman
Yeah.
was in some of that mix.
Yep.
Justin Stockenbrand
Yep.
was in some of that.
Yep.
Rob
You got to give me
Miller,
two more because I
we got
switched
Steve
over to.
Turner. Steve
Yeah,
Turner.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's
Shane
what
Marler,
again. It's one of the I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you guys a lot. There's a pretty iconic local band that you guys can pull a fun couple shows out of your ass.
so we broke. We never officially announced breaking up, but by the end,
that's what I mean.
by the end, it was like me and like we had put out the last album, which was Love Songs for Soccer Moms. It was our really like
Ryan Highline.
yeah,
Um,
heavily
Good name of
produced-
an album.
Yeah, it was great, and I think most of us would still be proud of that album if you listen to it. And we tried to get it signed or get some support, and it never happened. So we kind of the core members Shane and Justin were like, we're done, and I still had a bunch of CDs that I had pressed that I needed to sell, because I funded the pressing. And we funded the
I
recording,
understand
but I went down. I swiped a credit card to press, 1,000 CDs.
It was Alex's money up against these
Yeah,
CDs.
I still
everybody.
have like 200.
There's always one person that hey, let's sell them for $18 a piece.
Nope. I want a bidding war
Yeah,
here
no,
right
yeah,
now.
a bidding war.
So
What will you pay?
We're not live. Fuck this.
I reformed it with some other, local band members, guys from Soul Machete, guys from Drew Culture from Soul Theory.
Yeah,
Oh, a
great.
bunch of good bands.
Yeah.
Good bunch of good bands.
And we ran it for a little while. We even tried to write a new album, but it didn't quite work. So like, we broke up and then we reunited and played a little bit every year, just like one or two shows. And that happened until 2016. And the last time we officially played was with Fishbone at Riverfest, and then Fishbone.
Okay, I
at
do remember that.
Barleycorns.
Okay, I do 100 actually
Let's do that.
percent remember when
Fishbone.
when Riverfest promoted the return of Ophil with Fishbone.
Yeah.
They actually promoted that pretty well
Yeah.
for a local band to return. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys don't realize it. Well, maybe you do. It's your fucking band, but I'm not gonna lie. It has quite a bit more pull than you think it does.
Well, I don't know.
There's a lot of fucking
Probably
idiots.
less and less.
No, dude.
Yeah.
There is a lot of dumb
what is it?
40-year-olds just like me that remember walking around listening to you guys fucking jam at the time where you guys were the cool. I always liked horns. So when anybody did ska music, it really hit harder for me because I grew up with a dad that loved Motown music.
Oh yeah.
So like I come from a Chicago-based listening foundation.
Yeah.
So when you put a little horns or a little piano or a little depth into your music,
it's good dance
I'm
bullshit.
I'm more into it.
Yeah.
And Ophil was killed it at that. So they were really a big one for us.
Were you listening to Chicago at that same time?
Oh yeah. Oh, like
I hated that, man. When people compared us to Chicago,
Yeah.
I was
Did-
like, God damn,
well, I never. I,
totally different.
well,
Totally
so
not, man.
so so
Not the
when,
same thing.
as that becomes not as prevalent, when do you transfer to becoming a business owner? When do you? What's the first bar you bought? Like I know.
So
Shit, you own fucking 10 bars in this town.
when you came into O'Phil, you were a business major at
business
SC.
minor, and
I was
I was like more into video production and all that. Like
for sure.
But I was a business minor, and I went to work for a young startup internet company right around the internet boom.
Well, it seems to have paid off. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a ton of things you're doing right now. The Cotillion,
Yeah.
being a Hall of Fame success.
Yeah. Not my doing though. Not my doing. So
well, you don't control that.
No. But
well, you don't get to take credit for
No.
70 years of
right.
of
And
greatness,
actually,
but you do get to take credit for still being a part of all of it.
Well,
I mean,
here's how I look at it. So with that honor, of course, I'm honored to be a part of a place that has that going. But we actually extended the invite to the Richard Leslie and Catherine Leslie, who were the longest running captains of the ship, to go accept that, because
and that's
really
who you bought. That's who you bought it from.
Yeah,
correct?
and his dad is the one who was the one who started it, along with like 6 other members. But he eventually bought everyone out, and so
Richard
it's that
was
family.
the one that gave us our thought.
Yeah, right. So
well, he's the one that saw everything then for what it was going to be.
Yeah. So I mean, so they're going to go accept that, and they're really the ones we need to acknowledge for that. The Leslies really were a big part of that. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and guys like us,
I know.
guys-
Hey, Alex, I know you.
Doing great.
Alex, I'll let you pass it off to them a little bit, but I won't. At the same time,
You've done great.
At the same time,
no, I'm a badass.
I know. No.
If you haven't have kept it going, it wouldn't have been here.
At
now.
the same time, there is always somebody that runs a place for a long time.
Sure.
And then sometimes it passes off, and then we're in deep shit.
Yeah.
But I would say that you have taken over, and they let you to. You're already an intricate part, and you had Ryan Stevenson helping.
Yeah.
Like we had you guys got a great staff. I've dealt with I've been to the Cotillion millions of times, and I can't say nothing about the way you guys do business. But like,
it's amazing.
I know you like to pass it off to them, but it took you to also take on and say and appreciate what they were doing and do the same thing, but add your touch to it.
Oh, sure. No, there is definitely, with everything. So, you asked that question earlier. What was the first bar I bought? And it was Kirby's. And, you buy these things that have long histories.
Yep. And
you have to handle it differently. Up until Lava and Tonic, every bar I bought was someone else's bar that I had. The bones were there.
You kind of took on their theme.
The bones were there, and it was like, how do I make this? How do I adjust it slightly? Not how do I come in and
change
assert my desire.
Do that.
How do I come in and make it just better?
Right.
Why would you want to buy it
better? Well, that's
have to change everything.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing that's been absolutely special about you is you've been involved in Kirby's, one of the most intricate dive bars in town. Just ask a few fucking magazines. Then we got Cotillion, that's been nothing but amazing. And then you got Lucky's. You got all these places that you're involved in that you are smart enough to come in and not torpedo the fucking the mantra that works
for. And honestly, each situation has been different. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting way to do business, to look at it. Kirby's, I've been owner for 15 years. Then came Lucky's, which was kind of at the time an emerging institution, and since I think has become an institution, like for a segue of scenesters. Like people kind of go from Kirby's to Lucky's or Harry's. They kind of graduate from these places.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, yeah, I mean, there's a cycle. Every 4 to 5 years, you see new.
Well, and you're smart enough to understand it. You're very smart enough to take the temperature of this town. Right. I mean, you're seeing and helping be part of the venues that drive this town.
Now with Barleycorns, which was actually technically my third bar. I mean, I bought Barleycorns with Adam Hartke and Brian Cunningham.
I remember that.
And we did torpedo that because
we can't win them all.
What I mean is,
let's hear about your failure. What happened?
No, it wasn't
a failure. It
was identifying.
I know,
it was identifying that Barleycorns was not making it like it was. Like, I understand that it was a lot of people's favorite dive, but it wasn't sustaining itself. You know what I mean? Like,
still isn't.
Right. Well, is it?
Oh, well, let's. That's.
I'll be honest with you. It still isn't. I don't know Justin's numbers there, but other than the fact of with shows there, what are you going to do with
Dude,
that?
it was hard though.
It's a tough spot.
Yeah, it's a tough
It
spot.
is hard. It's right outside of Old Town. It's like under the train bridge, and somehow that's what
Iconic if you
demarcates
got
it.
shows there. I've seen 311 play there.
There has been
I've
great
seen
shows there.
I've
There's been
seen
great-
Tracy
That was
Chapman.
him.
I
okay?
saw Tracy Chapman play there. That like I saw Devin the Dude play there, and nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Yeah,
I
Devin
like-
did play there.
Yeah,
Cool show.
yeah.
The whole place smelled reeked of weed.
Yeah.
I was stressing it.
Well, we did
It was a
Devin.
Sunday.
You got
I
were
understand.
you involved when Devin the Dude did the Cotillion show that he would not let you guys promote?
Oh yes, and then he hung shit on Twitter. Yes.
Yes, you remember that
pissed me-
show?
Yes.
Well, that show was ridiculous. Not only because I was happy because I got
Well,
to see.
he's the one who canceled and threw it on.
Well, he
us.
wouldn't let you guys, and he didn't pay for your promotion of the show.
We promoted, we paid, but the problem is he canceled. I think that's what you're talking about. Just a couple years ago, right?
It's been 5.
Has it?
Yeah, it's been. Time passes out, shit.
Yeah.
But the last time Devin the Dude played there. By the end of it, like fucking, I don't think. I know that it was a tight show for me because the local artist opened for it. I can't remember his name right now, so I'm drawing a blank. But by the end of it, like they didn't get, they sold, I think, like 1,000 pre-sales, didn't get 500 people plus in the building because they didn't. Ryan told me something roundabout. They bought your place but didn't use your promotion or some goofy shit.
It was okay. Must have been a rental.
It was like a half. It was like that thing.
Yeah, I got you.
So they didn't like let you guys promote it, but they used the building. And
Yeah, it's weird with hip hop, man. Hip hop's a tough thing to promote in this town because that's
Especially here, man.
Yeah,
Especially here.
because people don't have faith that it's going to happen. You know, it's just a tough deal.
So I got hit with that. Like I got a venue downstairs, and I have a hip hop artist that wants to book shows here, and I also have Detective Knowles. All right, Detective Knowles. I like Detective Knowles. He's really straight up with me, man. He is. He's honest, and I fucking met with him after he like sandbagged a show of mine, and I go, bro.
I will tell
what's
you.
happening? And
I will tell you
he's
that
like,
Aaron can't say what he wants to say.
I'm about to say it. Why don't you
Say
go
it.
interject?
Say it.
What I'm saying is that I pulled him in here and he was like, dude, I got no problem with this show. He goes, what I have is a gang task force unit. And he goes, all these people are talking about coming to this show.
Yeah, that's not possible.
And he's like, I got conflicting gangs trying to come to this show.
What?
The first thing I had to do is look at your entertainment license. And I didn't have an entertainment license at that time.
I want to bring up
Well,
one.
they didn't ticket you.
No, dude, Detective Knowles is awesome. I'm telling you,
Not bad,
The
not bad.
police force in this town,
But
they're not trying to hurt us.
So on
They're
this
not.
same tick,
They're-
can I ask you a question as the owner
no,
of the
they're
Cotillion?
being good.
So as the owner of Cotillion, there is multiple different rules depending on the shows that we have at the Cotillion. So if we do a country show, we can put alcohol on the floor. If we do a hip hop show, we can't.
No, that's not. That's not.
Sometimes it happens.
No, it's actually
Really?
rock. It's actually rock bands will ask us to pour out of cans into cups.
So
on the ballroom.
give the public the understanding of what goes on with these regulations.
There's no regulations that say that I can or can't put alcohol out on the ballroom floor. We're an all ages venue. We're actually licensed as a drinking establishment or a drinking establishment restaurant because we do
DNR.
DER, and because we can we have the food sales to back that license up.
Yeah, it has to be
'Cause we do
30%.
30%, and we do a lot of catering, in-house
Yeah.
catering for
There it is.
private events, which are food sales,
So do you have to like meet those just requirements quarterly?
yearly.
Oh,
Yearly.
perfect. That makes it so much easier.
But they also passed some stuff for Old Town venues that allow them to have all ages. Breweries have all ages. I mean,
Yeah.
So that regulation is
Not my favorite.
Yeah, the whole entertainment license aspect is. I will say that you're probably lucky he didn't. I've been back in the day. It used to be called cabaret license. You had to have a
Well, back
cabaret.
in the day, you had to have like 3 different fucking
Yeah,
licenses.
you had to have
make it
dance
go.
hall, or you had a
Yeah,
cabaret.
there was a cabaret, there was an entertainment, there was a live
there's a
There
dance.
was there was all these different.
And they made all the entertainment license.
So I mean, the entertainment license kind of streamlined that whole process, but still, it's a
Wichita
lot.
did it,
But it's still a lot of fucking hoops to jump through. I mean,
course
they kind of give you, it's a bit cunty. Like it's a little weird how they offer all of it. So, did
you get your entertainment license here?
So we don't really have to here. Let's fucking
there's things I can.
We're a
tell you.
church and a nonprofit.
Oh, okay.
So we got some like things that we can do.
There's some extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, we don't even like the government.
I hear you. No reason to commit this to the airwaves.
No. Yeah, is this a show? What are these things?
There are 400 kids downstairs right now.
Nobody's listening.
Smoking meth.
There's no, but
That's not happening.
But-
thank God.
but
Wink,
stra-
wink.
but
Nudge, nudge.
okay, so straight up, all jokes aside,
Bring the heat.
because it's nice to take these jokes out all side.
Yeah.
But the thing is, 100% we're working on an entertainment license here.
Yeah.
We want to do what we can here, but the
Yeah.
thing is, the shows have to fit what the hideout is, and what the hideout is we're not going to provide a full bar. This is an all ages non-alcoholic venue.
And look,
So your show has to fit what we're doing here.
I do want to tell you a little bit about this, okay? Like, in my endeavors to do shit right, there's some fucked off shit in Wichita politics. Okay, like
And
a strip club right now is the same as an all ages coffee shop if you're putting music out there. There is this umbrella that covers everything from this innocent little thing to this totally dirty little thing. You know, and it's the same umbrella. And this is what
dirty about naked people.
This is what's killing me, though.
Actually clean. Feels
This
cleaner.
is actually what's killing me. Is that
You gotta be careful
my
what you ask for.
entertainment license? My entertainment license is under such scrutiny because of that. Okay, like I'm not even trying to serve alcohol. I'm really trying to make an all ages non-alcohol space. And because I have music, I'm in the same umbrella as entertainment law, and you're under every scrutiny I have. You know?
Well,
that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't know. I look at it as this. I think some of these regulations are for the health and safety of people that attend the shows.
That's why we want them.
Yeah,
that's why we want them.
But then if you ask for more scrutiny on that breadth of variation between a coffee house and a titty bar, then you're asking for them to invade, like to actually enforce more regulation, which they're just not capable of. That's the point of bureaucratic processes.
You're not wrong there.
They can't differentiate.
Well, they can when
that's my issue.
They can when it's presented to them.
There's a bunch of gray lines. That's what I'm saying. Like a brewery is selling beer in an environment, and they're calling it more family oriented. I've had this argument before. I'm not talking shit on breweries. They've done a lot. They've done a lot of work to get
your brewery,
their agendas seen, and I think it helps everyone along the way.
It
right?
does.
And you can start the conversation.
I want to take my kid into a brewery. I want to have a couple.
I don't drink beer anymore, so. But I mean,
sorry, you don't take anybody into a brewery.
But also, are we putting society on blast for my preferences?
Well, the thing is, just like he was saying, is they're using breweries as a scapegoat. If I can regain my shit here, they're going just using breweries as in and out and everything. Like you're using that as a venues.
Well, I don't know. It's probably more like they're seeing these as well set up, well invested, not fly by night operations that are providing a calm, family friendly environment. Not often concerts aren't, but shows like Cotillion, parents bring in their kids, and then we provide a safe environment. But that's through a lot of scrutiny. We have a lot of city officials.
Can I ask one question?
Can I ask one
question out of the shows that the Cotillion does a year? How many of those shows are all ages?
Every single one of them, except for the male dancers. We go 18 and up.
So when we're talking all ages show, that's all the way down to under 18. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're all ages all year long, except for the
So when you
dick
bitch,
swinging
bitch if there's nothing to do, remember,
Thank you.
before you pawn your kid off on somebody that don't want to hang out with your kid, bring your kid to some shit and teach it some fun music.
Yeah.
I mean, not every show is for kids, but the Cotillion is one of the best venues in town, and it offers all of their shows at all ages. I mean, where are you going to find that at?
And the dick swinging 18 and up, and you just said thank you.
How and you're big?
Well,
aren't you?
look.
Didn't you help? Didn't you help and move into presenting the Wave too? The Wave,
It's
but
Wave.
It's Wave.
Wave.
Get the fuck out of here, both of you.
It's not the America.
I'm going to tell you who
Get
started the LLC.
Go away.
Got a headache.
Go away.
I'll bring up issues, but I'm going to tell you help a lot of things.
I did not help doing anything with the Wave. I am now the interim GM of Wave.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask the
But
question.
I am not responsible for the creation.
Well,
growth,
I know that, but I
You're
want to.
not booking.
I want to know just because
No,
I
we
was
are
in.
booking now.
I want to
You
know just because I
Me
was
and Ryan.
involved. I want to know one question because I was involved. You guys had Incubus coming to your place. COVID happened. It needed to be an outside venue. It moved to the Wave. Can you explain how all that worked?
That was a really sad deal. Yeah. So I mean, I think that's multiple. That's a multifaceted situation. We book Incubus before COVID was even talked about. Before we
Right.
started, you know,
Before it was.
it was back in November of 18 where
Pre-COVID.
but people were kind of just 19 where people were kind of like there's something going on, international community, pneumonia, blah blah blah.
Did you guys hear about these people dying?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about like everybody getting a cough?
So we booked the show and it quickly sells, and it sells out right as stuff is breaking about shutdowns, and so then we have to we postpone because we don't know what's going on. We tried to kick it to May, thinking that we'd be out of the COVID mess by May, and we certainly weren't out of the COVID mess by May.
We're not.
So then we refunded all the tickets,
It's like a
and then
3-year
when they talked about reopening, we put it back on sale, and it
Is-
quickly sold out again. And then it was like maybe it'd be safer if it was outside, so we kind of co-proed that with Wave. Wave and Cotillion share one common owner, and that's Adam Harnke.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Adam.
Yeah.
Do the podcast, dickhead.
Hey, that guy's been doing some great things.
I
for
know
a
he
long
is.
time.
I
He
did.
really has.
Did I
He's-
insult him?
I hope
No, that's
not.
insult.
No.
that
I
fluffy
think
hair
I've
also.
met Adam before.
I love Adam.
He's been nothing but nice to me. Do the show, Adam. We're ready for you. Where you come on in and tell us what you tell us some shit. What I want to ask is, so you got all these venues. You're running Lucky's. You're running Kirby. You're helping with Ryan at Kirby's.
I'm not.
I
really
love the
helping
flip
that
side.
anymore.
The flip side's cool.
That's all Ryan.
I know Ryan works, motherfucker, and thanks for and shout out to Ryan if you want to learn about the flip side.
I do the really
Kirby's.
at this point in my life, I do the real I ran Kirby's by myself for a very fucking long time. I listened to every fucking band submission that came in. I booked most of the shows, and then I did that
So
for
what
like
he's saying,
8-9
he's set
years.
through some shit.
Yeah, and Ryan is. I really handed that off to Ryan when I sold him 49%. People think I sold. I didn't. I sold it, but I didn't. I do the really boring shit, the accounting and the licensing, like all the licensing that went into.
That's
being
not the
able to put
boring.
that-
Alex,
No,
Alex,
that is the
Alex.
boring
I'm not gonna
shit.
say that's
I
not
don't
the
want
boring
to
shit.
do
That's
No.
the fucking important shit.
It is important. No,
Okay, so
but it's
first,
very unglorious. Like I don't get thanked by bands
no,
anymore.
you don't.
Well,
You don't because
they
but-
don't see that.
But
They don't
I
see
know.
that.
they do. Okay, so I would tell every band that gets to play at Kirby's, that gets to play at Lucky's, that gets to play at Wave, that gets to play at Cotillion. Remember, there's somebody behind the scenes working their ass off on the paperwork part of
Well,
it.
here's the thing I figured out, because I went from being the man at Kirby's and then the man at Lucky's and then helping to start Barleycorns and book Barleycorns. And I never was more called upon, thanked, glad-handed. As soon as I sold Barleycorns and kind of disappeared from Kirby's, it's like, it's funny. It's funny how
Wish you were
quiet.
still there.
No, I don't hear that shit.
No?
No.
Bullshit.
No, I don't. I never hear that shit. No, I don't get I went to this last year's Meat Fest, which
Well,
up until this year I booked. I think
Oh,
last year
fuck.
most of them I booked, except for maybe this year and last year. And there were bands on stage that I was standing right there listening to them, and they were just and fair enough. They can thank Ryan all they want. This is great, but it's more of a product of because he did the work, but it's more of a product of what can you do for me now?
Yeah. Well, that's
my phone got really quiet after I sold bar.
It's also and also Brian too.
that's fair.
Brian and
Brian Cunningham and Adam.
Brian St. John.
Oh, St. John
from Witch Cradle.
Oh yeah, okay.
Was a big part of promoting Meat Fest.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
I did not even know that.
Yeah. So like it was a combination of him and again we learned. Go back and watch the Aaron Austin shows that we have a bunch of information that you don't know about. The whole Meat Fest the whole Meat Fest shit was drawn out for years and years. Ryan spread out the whole shit.
Oh yeah,
he did. But the thing is he also gave credit to this year that Brian is it Brian St. John the Witch
St.
Peterson. Yeah. Great guy coming on. Witch Cradle's doing the show in March, I feel like. So shout out to them.
Yes.
But like he really helped with Meat Fest push it this year.
I guess my point is that like I definitely had everything that's developed since COVID. Really, Ryan has had a huge part in.
So let's do let's do a big
the Stevensons.
Let's do a big giant to this fucking interview. All right, you own.
We're doing a
we're blowing this up. We're blowing this up. You're involved in about 5 fucking venues in this town. So but you're doing music still in this town.
Oh yeah.
So what is your current
got
music?
Monterey
Jack. Well, 2 things that we get to. 2 things that get to. Alex has kind of went off the trails with. He's been a venue owner and a great artist in this town, but he's opened a sandwich shop that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
And he's in
good sandwiches. We ate there.
We've been there. I love it.
Good stuff.
Goddamn. So he's doing that, and he's got Monterey Jack. So we got to get into that before we get too far into this.
All right. What you want to know? Hit me.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to know. I got the Cotillion. I got the Lucky's. I got all this shit. What makes me want to hit a sandwich shop right across the street from the Interbank Arena?
Oh, hit it.
First, hit me with that first.
All right, because they are decadent, tasty motherfucking sandwiches.
They're
killing
very
it.
good. They're very good.
They're very good.
Okay, killing it.
They're good sandwiches.
Tots are very good.
Yeah.
Shit. I've been in there twice so far, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's a fun little concept. We're getting ready to release some new menu items. Some hot dogs, some 100% certified Angus beef, no casing hot dogs on New England split buns with chili. I'm doing a slaw dog like they do in the South with coleslaw and spicy mustard. Slaw dog. You know what I'm talking about.
Dog.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the Varsity in Atlanta. That's where I picked that one from. And I've had a love for food. My mom was a tremendous cook. I always wanted to own a restaurant eventually. You know, I know it's a hard. It's a hard.
It is hard.
So I'll give you a little bit.
Especially in
You've
Wichita.
done a really good job at putting together a bar, putting together venues, giving a bunch of our talent to play at.
Yeah.
Like literally between you, this guy, Justin Brown, and everybody, you guys control all the venues for all of our artists. I love that the fact that you took a little step out to have a sandwich shop right across from the Interbank.
So I want to say this, okay? Like, we went and tried Solly and Jude's.
Oh,
we went and ate a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
We had the tots and we run around. You know, like it took me going there to get it.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit, now I get it. You can run people in and out of here real fast.
Yeah,
like
so
sandwich menu, like
So we finna do a commercial.
Bang, boom. Next top.
We're doing this. We're doing
right across the street. We're right across the street
right
from
across
Interest
the street.
Bank.
Yeah,
this is good.
And I get a $50 meal.
I think you guys have a great concept.
Yeah.
Well, you've been.
It's really good sandwiches. I like your coleslaw.
Yeah,
I like
good slaw,
tots.
right? Mm.
The tots are good.
We just increased the portion on the slaw too. We're giving more than just a thimble. It's like a little bit.
Let's change the conversation a little bit. No, we don't need more slaw.
Don't talk shit. No,
you don't.
I want more of the slaw.
I just don't like.
I want more of the slaw.
Oh, you don't like cabbage.
Hey.
You got to get some fiber in your life, bro.
Well, I mean, I do that. Cabbage and me don't agree.
Hey, but I get the concept.
Yeah.
I went in there and I saw it. I was like,
me and you together went in there and
bang
saw
it out. They can bang this out.
Yeah. That's not all me either. I have good
That's
partners.
right.
You know, so
Yeah,
part of
that's
like
good.
the whole thing is like knowing when to attach yourself to the right people around you. So
Yeah.
you know,
Hey,
that's about it.
JB,
Well, and to
old
being
school
together,
friend of mine.
well, and to being together
JB,
in bed
he's
together
got
with
you.
people that we all love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what's funny is that everyone thought Justin and I had owned other businesses together. I sold him barley corns.
You
him and
did
Kenny.
though.
No, we didn't. We never. But I sold him barley corns. But
you
like,
didn't own them together.
Okay,
No,
not together.
Let's
Okay,
do
not
this.
Together.
See,
together.
that's the difference.
That's
The
it? That's
together
real?
is the
That's real?
difference. Yeah.
well,
That's real.
Until the food
I
one.
thought you guys had like
No,
some candle club.
nope,
thing.
not until this
no,
food.
people thought that he owned.
Not until
Really?
the sandwich place.
Random people would think I own the Shamrock. It's weird, and or that I still own barley corns. No, Justin, I sold Justin barley corns. Then we kind of palled around for a while. COVID happened, and then we're friends. And it wasn't until
Justin's
Solly and
great.
Jude's.
Yeah,
it wasn't
I
until
love
Solly and
Justin.
Jude's that we were both like business partners. So.
Yeah.
That's where it really came together. Literally, there's between you and Justin, and if we even include Kayla and Jeannie, we almost got all of the venues in town that we need to promote. Do we promote all of our talent? All of our talent.
There's a lot of different.
There is
places,
so much.
you know.
Yeah, dude, there's
Fuck off. We're gonna make this all come together.
I love your enthusiasm. I really do.
We're gonna make this work because I know right now we're sitting here with one of the best venue owners in town.
Hey, what's happening with Monterey?
All right, no,
You're dealing with the premier venue owner between Central and Woodlawn, or at the corner of Central and Woodlawn.
Okay.
Well, you got to be in there.
Alex. Okay, Alex.
Come on.
Alex, you've been running your businesses all night. I ain't gonna lie. All of your places that we like, we love, we'll put in the description of this episode.
Yeah.
But let's move into your band.
Monterey Jack.
Monterey
What's
Where
up?
the fuck is Monterey Jack gonna be?
This is a new thing, y'all.
Yeah.
I love
That's-
You know what's funny is I've been in Monterey Jack for 12.
You've been in every band for 1,500 years.
12 years. I've been
Jesus
in
Christ, I
Monterey
can't
Jack.
keep track of all this shit.
So the funny thing is, you know, like our ethos in O'Phil was like fuck cover bands, you know.
Yeah. You know?
And it was during the time that I was only doing like one show a year with O'Phil's post breakup and all that. And you know, my son was alive, but my daughter was on the way.
Solid.
And this guy that I knew from the scene, Doug Van Ness, called me up. He's like, "Man, I'm playing a cover band now, and they need a lead singer. The other lead singer is moving away." And so I was like, "Oh no, man, I don't want to play in a cover band." But I went to a couple practices and jammed with them. I really dug it, but they didn't choose me. Those motherfuckers did not choose me.
How butthurt did you get at that
I was
moment?
pretty well.
Come on now.
Oh yeah, I was disappointed. I was
I'm not gonna say-
I kind of wrapped my head around being in a cover band, and then they were like, "No," they didn't think I was gonna be into it. They thought I was gonna poo-poo like a lot of shit, you know, because I was, you know, kind of apprehensive.
They didn't know.
They went with this other dude.
These bitches didn't
and
know.
then they came back to me.
See,
right.
these bitches didn't know.
They came back.
I'm gonna put it on me. See, these bitches
And I
didn't
said,
know.
"You're lucky this sugar's still on sale," and I joined the band.
Amen.
And I bet he writes everything for that fucking band.
No, I don't write shit because they're a
Amen.
cover band. 100% cover
Hey,
band.
okay. So I'm gonna take 10 minutes because it's my platform. Fuck off. Don't be a cover band. Write your own original music.
There you go. Do it.
I-
I encourage
okay.
you to.
So
If you want to pay for your groceries,
I'm
be
gonna
in a cover band.
Can I stand on ceremony for a minute?
If you want to be, if you want to be
You're
rich
Totally not allowed.
with social
They're gonna hate me
status,
for this.
Yeah, go
be in an
ahead.
original band.
They're gonna hate me for this. Look
hate
at
you
this
for
camera.
this.
I'm gonna look straight at my fucking camera.
That's the one.
That's the one. My
Look at it, right?
my I will tell you is
You're
that
not looking at it.
I can't.
There it
talking.
is.
The Aaron and Austin show is here for you forever. But if you're a cover band, I don't give a shit. If you write original music, I will work my ass off for you.
Yeah, I don't need your help though, so it's cool.
So is that fair?
We're even. We're even.
Right out straight up. Here's my fat ass face again saying, I'll say the same shit again. If you write your own music, I will work my ass off for you. If it's a cover band, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'm going to just say, some people want a fucking cover band.
I don't.
They want them.
I don't want them.
Like, hey, I got a wedding party.
So me and no fuck off.
A wedding party, and I want this.
I got a better wedding part for you.
Some Bruno in the.
So I got a better wedding party for you. That's original.
Come on.
No, you don't. So I'll tell you what.
You're right. I don't.
Here's the thing. We don't play wedding parties. We play rock shows at a venue that people pay money to come in and see us. It's like a real rock show. It's actually some of the best.
You're 100% right. And you're not wrong.
And I'm a very seasoned musician at this point in my life.
Yeah, not you.
I've written songs.
I've been there with you.
That time is over for me. The only thing I have time for in my life is to entertain people for fun, and that's what it is.
Goddamn.
And the first time I bought groceries with gig money was after a cover band show. So
yep,
so,
that's it.
So
money.
All jokes aside,
it's about money.
I'm telling you
brought
right now.
Capitalist on it. I'm a capitalist fuck. It was written on the wall at Lucky's.
I'm with you.
I don't hide behind it. I'm making money. I'm not out here like creating things for just creating. I'm providing for my family. And I mean, I am moral about my obligations when that, I don't want to. I don't want to make any decisions that hurt other people for that money.
Right.
But I make money.
Me and Aaron co-sign every motherfucking thing Alex said. Get to his fucking venues.
You know I love it.
Pay what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
He's literally one of the best venue owners in this town. I'm not. I didn't mean to. I'm saying I'm clicking over to this on purpose. I didn't have him on our show by accident. Alex does things for this community and helps bands in this community.
I'm just joking.
That really that we cannot even. There's not enough that we can say.
Well, I like to do fun things. I think it's kind of mutually. It's not like. It's not purely to make money. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy creating things.
No.
Enjoy maintaining things.
No, it's not the money aspect.
It's not purely for money.
Hit me, Aaron.
Well, I mean, Kirby's was because I loved it.
Aaron, hit me. You know what?
Well, Kirby's. There was an opportunity there.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity everywhere. There's an opportunity everywhere, but it's who co-signs those opportunities.
Yeah.
Like we need Aaron. We need Alex. We need whoever. Me, I'm new in the game. Even the people are starting to appreciate my opinion, but Alex and Aaron's opinion drive so much more. So what we need is for you guys to.
I don't know about that.
It really is. It really is.
I don't know.
Oh shit!
I don't know.
Shit!
Tell me how we can find you on social media.
Tell me. First and foremost, that we can find everything.
Let's go.
You can't find me on social media, man. I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost.
Ghost.
Okay, so
I just like to slither in.
Cotillion on social media. Let's go.
I'm a sneaky snake.
So first and foremost,
so
first and foremost, Aaron ain't gonna say it. Aaron ain't gonna say it. But I want to do you and Ryan episode in Stevenson.
Okay.
In a month or so. We'll do that episode. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to know anything in this town, this guy right here, and this guy right here, and this guy right here, and then look.
I'll knock you
out. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you really want to get into it, Alex Thomas's.
I could tell you a lot of funny stories as well.
Well, no, I can tell you if you want to play.
You never asked me about Aaron's stories.
But I will tell you, how many times have you seen Aaron's butthole?
Oh. Yeah, no, not once actually. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that kind of band. No one had.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy.
He wasn't crushing on any of us.
So let's do one thing. You got the whole thing, embarrass Aaron in 20 minutes.
Oh God!
I'm gonna go.
Can I tell one story, Aaron?
One story.
Go
One
ahead.
story.
And you can edit this out since it's not live. But
Go ahead.
you're openly out, right?
We're not.
I'm out. I'm out.
You're out.
We're not editing this.
Okay, but you're openly gay. I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So okay. I didn't. So Aaron leaves O'Phil, and I lose track of him. He moves. He's doing luthier school. Then he goes on tour with the ska band.
That's
then he
right.
plays with another band. And I mean, I hear from him every once in a while. And I start dating this gal, my first wife. Started dating her, and there was a less politically correct term for what she is now back then. But the politically correct term is she was a queen's court, which meant she had a lot of gay friends.
I know.
And the other term I don't say anymore just because it's maybe a little offensive.
Yeah. Back up.
The blank hag, yeah.
Back up.
Yeah. And
You gays.
so listen.
Fuck that.
So a lot of our first dates were all the gay clubs. Like, should we go to Metro? We'd go to there was this fantasy whatever, and meet her friends out. And I'm with her at Metro, and I'm just up getting a drink, and I see Aaron, and Aaron's like, I'm like, I hadn't seen him in a long time, so I was just like, I forgot where I was.
I know
was like,
this
"What's
night.
up?"
I remember this night.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
Aaron, what's up, man? I give him a hug. He's like, oh,
No,
not
I was
yet.
there. I was there with a drag queen boyfriend.
Yeah. But so I didn't know he was gay, but like I forgot where I was at. I forgot I was at a gay club, and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know that we were coming here.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit, I don't know. And then he, I don't know if you ever came out to me or not, but I just thought that was like hilarious that we connected at the
That's
gay club.
when it happened. Yeah,
Was that when you out? Okay, you were
that's
out at
when
that
it
night.
happened. Well, to you anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Look.
This is what Rumpleman's done to you boys.
Roman
This is why you
is
shouldn't start every
So-
show with Rumple.
So,
Right.
so
Do you really
I
start
agree.
every show with Rumple?
I agree with you.
Do you start
This is
every show with
his-
Rumple?
This is his fucking thing.
Every single one?
He does that.
You have a personal responsibility
That's
okay,
horrible.
so
to your viewer.
since
I
you
didn't
are
pluralize
Shut
it.
this down.
so since you were
Shut this down.
since you will not do a Roman shot, you're on the list.
I'm on the
Shut
list.
this down.
I'll tell you what. I'll
So
give
I will
this
say-
to you.
Look
Then
how,
when I start to
look
drink
how
again,
good he looks.
when I start to drink
Look how
again,
good he looks.
I will look you guys
Hey,
up
look,
and
look.
get you a Rumple.
Alex, you look great.
I
You
bet
look
you.
great.
I got
I've been recording.
Brown don't frown.
Dude, that's great.
Once you go Malaysian, you'll never
Let
go
me look good.
Caucasian.
Look how good I look.
This is why you shouldn't start every show with Rumple.
Oh my God.
You should. You should 100% show.